Yo, hi guys, welcome back to another episode of YourViews podcast. You're here with Dems.
I'm Nat.
And you don't know who Nats is, the co-host, the host with the most. Big up yourself, Nats. How's the weekend going so far?
It's been great.
Been great?
Yeah, it's been great.
What's great about the weekend?
It's anniversary weekend, 5 years of marriage with you.
5 years of marriage with me.
Yeah.
Big up yourself.
Big up
Happy
yourself.
anniversary. Looking forward to a lifetime more of anniversaries. Big up yourself, guys. If you're new here, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Really helps us out. Hit a like on the podcast as soon as you check in and drop a comment. All right, guys. You know it is episode 6. Six episode already. You know?
6 already.
Yeah, 4 more to go. Chopping.
Chopping.
In this season 1 of Your Views podcast, we'll be doing 10 episodes, so we only have a few more to go. Those episodes will be fire, by the way. So you want to be a part of the channel to see those episodes. All right. Today, what we're going to be talking about, guys, we're going to be diving into a very sensitive topic that a lot of persons don't really talk about, and it's the fear of migrating to Canada. People afraid, though?
Bad.
They're afraid.
But persons are optimistic as well.
Well, that is true. A lot of persons are optimistic, but some persons are really fearful. So in this episode, guys, we're going to be talking about some of the things that people are scared about moving to Canada about, and just talk about it a little bit from our perspective, right? Now, we might talk about moving to Canada from an Alberta perspective because that's where we're living, and everything else is just based on
What we
assumption,
see, yeah.
research, and word of mouth. So take it with a grain of salt, as we always say. Now, one of the things that we find that most people are most afraid of when they're migrating is starting over. You had to start over.
But I'm different. I didn't have fear. I didn't have a fear of starting over. I was willing to start over because not never that going to me. So, yeah.
All right. So you can understand why somebody would be fearful of moving to Canada.
I do understand.
What are the biggest things like starting over? Somebody might be scared, even though you do it and it work out well for you. What are some of the things that people might have to start over with in Canada?
Career-wise, starting over from the bottom. Some persons in like managerial position have to start from entry level. Starting like living in an apartment. Some persons already have their house in their home country and they have to come live in an apartment and then work your way up to buying a house.
Oh, so in other words, you're doing a good job, and you come to Canada and you have to probably start from the bottom.
Yeah.
And I
Probably.
think that is probably psychological still, the fact that what people are going to say. Or you as an individual, you're probably used to leading people, managing people to come now in a new country, a personal
Persons
boss
lead you,
around
yeah.
and stuff like that.
Yeah, persons are have a fear of that.
But how you get over it though? How you get over it?
Is knowing why you're starting over, why you're going to go and put yourself through all of these challenges to reach your goal. Why?
Why? So we always say that the fact that you decide to migrate to a new country, it must be for a reason.
Must be a reason.
You're not gonna just take
Pick
up
up and-
yourself and just want to move with no reason whatsoever.
Some people want to move because they see it on Instagram.
The photos and the click,
The
click, click,
photos
click,
and the
click.
click. So
Well, if I even that are the reason, still you just know say there's costs and
No.
sacrifices that you have to make to get those selfies.
yeah, but after they reach here and they realize that it's not that easy to get the clicks.
Well, that is
Yeah,
true.
they start to say, oh, not the country that it's supposed to be, and
Mm-hmm.
you all hear the complaints.
The fear is real, though, and I can definitely understand where persons are coming from because you're uprooting your life, and like especially somebody like us who have never traveled before, we never really have a clear expectation of what to
No,
expect.
no.
Because we have never experienced anything like this before, and a lot of persons are in that situation too,
Yep.
where they have no idea of what to expect. So it's just the fear of the unknown.
Fear of if everything is going to work out. Should I actually leave out of my comfort zone and go to this place where I don't know nobody or I don't know anything?
A job I've been doing for 15, 20 years. Resign my work.
Yeah, should I uproot my kids, my family? Should I?
Should I? And that's the fear that a lot of persons are going through right now, and they're wondering, like, is it really worth it, right? But one of the main things you have to look on when answering that question is what is your reason?
Reason.
Your reason for doing it is what's gonna carry you through those fears, right? Um, it's no secret, guys, unless you are new to our channel. When we migrated to Canada back in 2019, we never have no help of money. We came here with limited financial resources. All we had was a dream. So at the time, our life wasn't perfect
It
in
wasn't
Jamaica by
perfect.
no stretch of the imagination, but we were living a all right
Okay.
life.
All right.
And even though it never perfect, it was our comfort zone. It's what was what we were accustomed to.
Custom to.
I mean, yeah, like you know the evil, as we would say in Jamaica, you know the evil, right? So we know how to navigate that space, and then we made the decision. And I'm not gonna lie, there was a lot of fear.
No, I'm never
And
fearful. I was ready.
for the first couple months, personally, I was wondering if I made the right decision.
Well, for me, I didn't. I didn't question myself. I did not question if it was going to work out. I know that it was going to work out. I knew.
So what made you so confident that it was gonna work out? That's for somebody else who's watching right now and they are probably in a similar situation and they are fearful. What made you so confident?
That it's going to work out.
Yeah.
When I landed here and I realized that when I look around, you see so much opportunities that is not available in Jamaica. You're like, yeah, this is where I'm supposed to be.
Yeah.
This is where I'm supposed to be. I can make it. I'm not a lazy person. And if you work hard, you can achieve things. So why not?
Why not? So the goal and the opportunities that exist cause you to not really be fearful.
Yeah, I wasn't fearful.
So on and on, we are regular persons like you guys. We just I'm from migrating 2019. You guys are probably gonna be migrating 2024, 2025, whatever the case may be. But the story is the same. Everybody has that little bit of anxiety, that little bit of fear when it comes down to going into the land of the unknown.
Unknown.
But, change is inevitable.
Nothing stays the same. Nothing.
Nothing changes the same.
Nothing.
But, like, it's psychological though, you know, babes. It's psychological, man. Because at the end of the day, somebody who's been driving all them life in their home country, well, not driving all them life, because you can't drive as a baby, but you know what I mean? Driving for years. Used to just jumping in their car, going from point A to point B, coming to a country, and then have to start taking the bus again. Psychologically, that's hard.
Well, you give up, or you basically decide what you want to do. Are you going to stay in the comfort zone knowing that you're driving, you can get in a car and drive where you want to go? Or you're going to come here, take the bus for a while, eventually buy a car, eventually buying that dream car, that dream house, getting that career that you always wanted, giving your kids opportunity that you never had. You determine your fate.
Short-term pain, long-term gain. That's one of our mottos here. And that's put it perfectly. So these are some of the things that people are fearful about, and we're just trying to tackle it, right? So one of the main thing is starting over the career-wise, starting from the bottom, starting from zero, starting from cleaning bathroom, right? Mentally, you have to be prepared to start over. You don't necessarily have to. You're not necessarily gonna have to start over, because you might be one of the lucky ones who get a job on par with what you're used
And
to.
you have persons who can steer in the right direction. Say, go here, talk with this person. These are the right connections you're supposed to be making. So persons do have that, but there's majority of us that don't have it. We have to start from the bottom, from zero.
Zero,
Because
guys.
you don't have any guidance. Imagine coming into a country and you don't know where to go. Internet is there, yes, but it's not everything is on the internet. Right? Not every single thing is on the internet. And you're exposed to so much aspect of this in society, and sometimes you get overwhelmed, sometimes you get confused and where to go. And if you have that some in person saying, you know what, take this step.
Do this, do
This
that.
step is going to lead to here. You know, it makes it easier. So
It make a big difference, man. And we're gonna get into it further down into the discussion in terms of support and things you can do to put yourself in a better position migrating. But it all comes down back to having the right mentality. And once you have the right mentality, we find that the fear will gradually leave you. And even if you have to do things that you're uncomfortable with at first, it's only for a short period of time. So what we would say is don't fret. We would say don't worry about it. Just you don't make a decision already. Just be firm, be confident that you have made the right decision and things will work out for you.
Things will work
When
out.
we just came to Canada, we never have a car in the first couple of months. We'd have to walk it. We'd have to leg trust it.
Like us is when snow just start fall and the first snowfall and we have to walk in it. That was cool.
You remember it? We just left Walmart with the grocery them in our hand and we had the bus stop
Oh,
at
yeah.
freeze. Remember that?
Remember those days?
That the bus stop wait for the bus and
Cool.
cold like ice.
And we didn't have the right winter things. Gears.
Yeah, because we did break.
So we are come from far.
Yeah, so the bottom line is if we can do it, you guys can do it too. And it's not about us, it's about you guys. And we have seen many, many people do it already and still doing it. You come and have the right mentality and just know that within the first couple of months, or probably even the first couple of years, you have to grind.
Right.
You have to grind. And once you put in the right grind, you're going to get the right result. Depends on where in Canada you are. That's a different conversation. The fear is normal. The fear is usual. Once you're going into something unknown, you're giving up your comfort zone, the fear is normal.
And we keep on saying the first year or two will be the most difficult time
Yeah.
here. It is going to be rough. And that is the time you're going to question yourself. Did I really make the right decision? But you just need to remember your why.
Or your who.
Or your who. Yeah.
Right? Because it's not always a why. Sometimes it's a who. Sometimes it's a who are you doing it for instead of why am I doing it. And then once you remember or once you look on the who you're doing it for, it will keep you guys going 150%. Now, what are some of the things that somebody can do to put themselves in a good position or in a better position to make sure that after transitioning, if they don't know anybody in Canada, what are some of the things that they can do to make their transition easier, to ease some of their anxiety and the fear that they have?
Try and make connections. Don't be afraid to speak to people. Don't be afraid. Persons here are what I've seen or what I've heard. They're willingly help you if you ask for help.
Yeah. In the Caribbean specifically, we have a culture where we not tell nobody we
Put
business.
away your pride. That is
We
it.
not share our business with nobody. We keep it close and we don't want nobody knows that we are struggle.
Exactly.
Even if we are struggle, we are put the best face forward. We are, who me? No sir.
Yeah,
Struggle?
okay.
No sir. That don't work right here, so guys.
You open your mouth, tell people what's happening, right people, because you can know if the vibe.
In
You
other
can
words,
know.
you can't go to the same people who you know before coming
Coming
here
here.
and share your struggle.
No.
You have to create and widen your network, right? It don't make no sense to tell somebody your problems who can't help you. That is one. But sharing your struggle, sharing your story is really important because people are here and they're willing to help you, but they can't help you
you
if they don't know.
Exactly.
We were reading something this morning, and I definitely want to share it with everybody watching right now because I think for somebody who is single and coming to Canada, this is a viable option for them. What was that?
It was a post about this African guy that came to Canada. He landed and he made connection with someone here where he ended up staying with the person. The person ended up letting him stay there for free. But he mowed his lawn, take care of his house and all of that. And he ended up basically helping him not to pay for rent. So he was saying that everybody else was paying rent for $600-700 and he wasn't paying any because he was giving himself helping this person. So the person trusted him so much that his keys and stuff, he had it. He basically he was a caretaker for the guy's house and he was giving him thanks for helping him in the situation that he was in. And he was also saying that to put away your pride. one of the biggest things you said, put away your pride. You know, Africans are black people
Prideful, man.
prideful a lot. You said put away your pride. That will be basically your downfall. Don't be so sheltered. Don't keep everything to yourself. As we were saying before, speak to people. Ask for help. You might not know. They will be your lifesaver.
Yeah. And it's very important to share that because a lot of persons watching this right now are in a situation where they're either newly in Canada or they're thinking of coming to Canada, and this exuberant expense of rent is something that they're very fearful about. But that's an option. Now, there's a lot of persons here in Canada till you even have a program that's called the Lonely Canadian Program, where persons are living alone and they just need somebody to help them around the house. Some of these people have self-contained basement apartments, have, stuff like that. But because of our pride, we don't want to reach out to persons and say, you know what? I'll cut your yard, I'll take care of your house, I'll clean your house for you, I'll do all of those things. If you allow me, who's an international student, to stay with you. And you realize that a lot of doors might be opened by doing that because it's not about what you know.
It's who you know.
It's who you know.
Yep.
And the sooner you start building those relationships, it's a better fire. Right? So put on the pride, man. Put on the pride. A lot of the fear that comes from starting over, whether career-wise or the fear of walking, not having a car, the fear of things not working out is really based on pride. It's really based on what is somebody else going to say. What is my ex-co-workers are going to say? Hey, what are my family going to say? Yo, you take up yourself going to Canada and down there, up the mashup, right? So it's not even about you, the individual. It's more about other people. Pride.
And the day you decide that you're not going to listen to other persons, it's the day that you will excel.
Facts. The day that you decide that it's not about anybody else, but about me and my family,
exactly,
is the day that you're going to realize that things are going to start working out for you.
Exactly.
But we're so prideful, and that creates fear. Be positive, remember your why, remember your who, and that will aid immensely with your Canadian journey. Networking. How do you create network before coming to Canada? Like, for example, you're in your home country right now. Mm-hmm. You just get approved and you want to start building network. How you do it?
As I always say, use internet. Use the internet. The internet is a powerful tool. Use Facebook groups. Use LinkedIn. Use what else?
Use all social media platforms.
Yeah. Use emails. Because some business places or some individual put out their emails out there. Email people.
And this is in no way, shape, or form attacking anyone. But instead of being on Instagram and just posting selfies, or on Facebook and just posting selfies, use it to network.
Use it.
Because it's a powerful tool. It's a powerful tool. Now, most communities here in Canada has a Facebook group. That's what I found.
Yes.
I know what the next thing I find? Want somebody who's new, who is going to that community, make a post. The overwhelming amount of support.
Ask a question.
Just ask a question. Just join the Facebook group and make a post. Hey, my name is Dems. I'm a Jamaican who will be coming to Grand Prairie as an international student.
You will get the honest feedback.
And I'm a little bit worried about finding an apartment. Is there anyone here who can help me? Guys.
They will give you honest feedback. If they can help you, they will help you. They will point in the right direction, or they will tell you bluntly, no, don't look here.
But we're not like beg at that type problem. We're not like share our business, or we're not like ask for help. But if you do it, and I always tell people, say, oh, the internet is a wonderful thing, and also your phone. Pick up your phone and call. Yeah. You don't have to be in the same country anymore to make a phone call. The world is so small right now. You can pick up the phone and call. And people are just people anywhere you go. You're going to realize, say, you're creating networks before you're even in our country. Yeah. Now, these are things that we 100% encourage you guys to do. And some persons who did it and be successful from it might be saying, why don't I share it to everybody so then Canada feel? Answer the question. When
those set of people.
Those set of
It
people.
worked for them, and they will never want somebody else to use the same method.
Why are you sharing
Why
it?
are you
No, everybody's
sharing?
gonna do it. They're gonna
Yeah.
abuse it. They're gonna cause me not to be able to. On a go,
Nah,
man.
it not stop nothing for you.
I'm saying, in the rise, part to advice me can find on a go, man. On a go. Listen, it's about helping each other. If you do something that was able to aid your transition positively, share it. Don't keep it to yourself. Don't keep it to yourself. I talk to especially the Jamaicans them, and the Caribbean people. Because we have a very sour culture, you know. And another word of advice I would give to, and this is probably a bit selfish, I'm admitting it, because I know everybody are the same. Probably you guys happen to meet better Jamaicans than we did. But if you're from Jamaica or from the Caribbean, do not associate yourself with only people from the
Only.
Caribbean and from
No.
Jamaica. Expand your wings and branch off, because they say a lot of these persons who are from the islands, they want you to make it, but they don't want you to pass them out. They don't want you to do better than them.
No.
They don't want you to be the one who come and strive and achieve
No.
things while they have been here for 10 and 15 years and only reach a certain point. I can tell you a true story though. And the thing, they don't want you
know
who
you
just
got
come 3, 4, 5 years to be doing the things that it took them 10, 15 years to do. They believe that you should come and struggle first.
Or some of them believe that you're not supposed to come at all. Why you come here?
Why you come here? Why so much Jamaican over here all of a sudden?
Yes.
Right?
Anyways.
Broaden your wings. Your potential is great, right? But you won't realize the full potential if you keep limiting yourself to the same group.
Yep.
And I believe that your success depends on it. In terms of the more people you know from the more different cultures, is the more you're gonna realize that the world is so vast and the world is so wide, and there's just so much more that you can achieve outside of your small demographic group. So don't limit yourself, man. And if you're here already and you've been here, like if you came as an immigrant and you're watching this podcast, I want you guys to do something for us. Help somebody. Just don't keep it to yourself. We all needed help. Every single immigrant who come through the borders of Canada, whether as an international student, a permanent resident, a temporary worker, even if you come with visa and run off and then I get straight after, everybody needed somebody's help when we just got here. But some of them forgot.
No. They don't remember where they're coming from or where they're coming from. And it does come down to being selfish.
That's what it is. It's just plain selfish. But an attitude of gratitude is what we always preach. And we will never forget where we were coming from.
No.
Right?
And we have not forgotten persons who have helped us.
No, we don't forget that
We
none
don't
at all.
forget that.
Right? We don't forget anybody who play a part in our journey, no matter how small or big.
We
We
have not
always
forgotten.
remember and we're always grateful for it. Right? And you guys should too. If somebody help you along your journey, don't forget it. Because some people still say to you help some immigrants too, and as soon as them feel like everything good too,
I'm gone.
then gone.
Them like, yo, you never help me. You never help me do nothing.
You never,
You never play a part.
I do this myself.
Yeah.
I do this myself. What you talking about? I don't know, guys. All of these things that we're talking about, it all goes towards a successful transition. And all of these things help alleviate the fear of migrating. Because if you're watching from Jamaica, if you're watching from within Canada, you're watching from India, you're watching from where some of the other countries. Because some
There's a
countries.
lot.
Big up Trinidad, by the way. Big up Barbados. Big up the
Okay.
US.
You don't need to be good. Don't worry.
If you're watching from any particular country in the world, you can relate to what I'm saying. Going into the land of the unknown is very, very, very fearful. It's very scary. But millions of people has done it
Done it.
before. And if they can do it, you can do it too. There are more success stories than negative stories. So you will be a success story as well. If your goal is to create a better life for your family, Canada is still a destination for you. If your goal is to create a peaceful quality of life, Canada is still the destination for you. And we are saying that based on our experience because that's what we have been through
Yep.
and continue to go through and continue to learn and experience. Now, would it go back 5 years to 2019 in Jamaica? We were excited about migrating, but we were fearful.
He was fearful, as I said.
No, no, no,
I
sitting
didn't
at
fear. I didn't have no fear of coming. I'm telling you. I did not have any fear. Me say yes, me I go. Me not no
Well,
fear.
probably because this family is my responsibility, all of the
Yeah.
burden upon my shoulder.
I did not have any
But
fear.
I couldn't afford to fail.
Yeah.
And the thought of failure terrified me. The thought of failure, giving up all of what we accomplished
Come.
up to that point to come to the land of the unknown was terrifying.
Well, I was over here. Yay.
And that's just the honest truth. I was terrified because I was
Yeah.
I was what again?
Yeah.
I was that job that I used to do. It was a nice, decent
Okay,
job.
job.
Coming here, not having a job, not having a car, not having a house
Nothing.
over your head, not having any friends,
Getting
not having any
uncomfortable.
family.
Yeah.
Everything different. I was terrified. I remember the first couple days being here in Canada without you was one of the most terrifying experiences of my life because I was learning every single thing that was new. I looked at it and I'm like, where am I gonna get a job? Yo, am I gonna be able to drive on these roads? Everything look different, driving on the right instead of on the left. Am I gonna be able to integrate? I know 5 years later we're fully integrated. Right now we're at Grand Prairie and we're fully integrated. But back then
Because it was new.
it was new.
Just new.
But you cannot connect the dots looking forward.
Forward. Always back.
You can only connect the dots looking backwards. What would you say to somebody now who's fearful of coming to Canada?
First, shake off your feelings. Shake it off. Try to shake it off. Just be optimistic. Just know that it is going to work out. If millions of people come to this country and they are successful, you are going to come and be successful as well.
You're gonna come and be more successful.
Yeah, put it like that. Yeah. You're going to just be optimistic that it's going to work out. That's it.
Be positive.
Positive.
Positivity, the power of positive thinking. You cannot overemphasize that. Surround yourself with like-minded people who's gonna motivate you and teach you everything that they know. Right? Don't be afraid. And we were talking about this as well this morning. You want to preserve as many bridges as you can, but some bridges
Okay,
has to be burnt down.
Burn them.
Some bridges have to burn
Burn
down. That is just how it is. So if you're here and you realize that whenever you ask somebody for help, they're either giving you a piece of the information or no information at all, or just go check this someone or whatever. Listen,
Burn it down.
burn it down. And the
Burn it
sooner you
down.
burn it down and find somebody else who can help you, will be the better for you. That would be my advice. Preserve as many bridges as you can, but in some cases, you have to burn down some bridges. And that is a given. Right? Now, guys, if you're here, you haven't subscribed already. You think them subscribe yet?
I know someone around the background there don't subscribe yet.
What am I waiting for?
I don't know.
If you haven't
Hi.
subscribed already, guys, please take a second right now, hit that subscribe button. Truly help you out. Smash a like on the podcast as well and drop a comment. Don't be a silent watcher. We've gotten all those comments. Oh man, I'm a silent watcher. Listen, when they tell me you're a silent watcher, you're admitting that you're not supporting us. You're watching the content, but you're not supporting us. You support us by liking the videos and by dropping a comment. That is the biggest way to support us. And it's free.
It is free.
Take a second.
Hit that like button.
Takes a second.
Drop
So
a
if
comment.
you enjoy the content, like the video. If you learn something from the content, share the video. Let me know what you think about the podcast. Let me know what topic you guys want us to discuss next. These are all things that we are really interested in. Guys, it would not be fitting for me to end this podcast without shouting out M3M Studios, shouting out the city of Grand Prairie. That's where we're located in the beautiful province of Alberta. Now, the reason why we can't consistently shout out the city is because this city has blessed us so much. Coming here as an immigrant, we believe that if we were somewhere else,
We wouldn't be
we
this
would not have
successful.
accomplished some of the stuff that we have accomplished so far. So you shout out to Grand Prairie as a community, and if you are watching this and you're thinking of somewhere to migrate to and you're not sure, there are many small towns in Canada that you can consider. Grand Prairie is one. Now you have to give and take, guys. Now there are some things that you're not gonna have access to, like you're not gonna have a lot of diversity. For example, lots of restaurants, lots of things to do. Your store not walk forever for find a
For
stacking
the
cap on
cap.
there. But you give and you take. You have to make sacrifices, right? Now, if you go to a bigger city, things might not be the same for you, whilst it might be the same or even better. Everybody has a different experience. Migrating is like a fingerprint, it's different for everyone. But there are clues. Success leaves clues. Follow the clues, follow the breadcrumbs, and you will definitely reap, if not the same, better
Better
rewards.
rewards.
Right? So don't try to reinvent the wheel. The wheel is already there, the wheel is already created. Just go upon the wheel, follow the breadcrumbs, and go and achieve. That's what I would say. M3M Studios, thank you for always allowing us to use this beautiful space. We really appreciate it. It's, big up on yourself. City of Grand Prairie as well. If you're watching this and you have a business in Grand Prairie and you want to reach out to us, we would love to collaborate with you guys in any way, shape, or form. Just click on all the links in the video description right down below, and we will be happy to have a conversation with you guys, right?
I would love to have it. Yeah, trip me out.
And if you're watching this podcast and you want to connect with us one on one, check out all the links right down in the video description as well. We have our calendar that you guys can go on, book a one on one, different sessions, and we'll be happy to connect with you guys. Check us out on all social media platform. We're on Instagram, we're on TikTok, we're on Facebook. Give us a follow, give us a like, and big up on yourself. All the persons who have been supporting us, on the
Thank
know on
you.
yourself. Thank you guys from day one. Big up on yourself. Road to 12,000 subscribers. How soon can we get there? We'll end the podcast right here, guys. You guys have a fantastic day, fantastic week, fantastic month, and a fantastic year.
See you
See you
next
guys in the
week.
next video.